Hello, this is Dr. Mark Baxter of Baxter Health Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I've practiced natural integrative health care for the last 30 years. Another patient of mine, a 76-year-old woman, came in to me for treatment of typical chiropractic problems, as she had for a number of years. What made this visit different was she said something different this time. She said, "Doctor, I've always thought I had a thyroid problem, but none of my doctors have ever been able to identify the problem." And I said, "Well, what makes you think you have a thyroid problem?" She said, "Well, I have cold hands and feet all the time. My body feels cold all the time. I have dry skin. My hair is falling out. I have depression. I've got mental fogginess, and I have to urinate frequently." I said, "You mentioned just about every single major symptom of hypothyroidism." She said, "Yeah, I know, but every single one of my doctors over the decades that I've complained of these symptoms has tested me with lab tests, and they've always said my thyroid was fine." And I said, "They only tested TSH and T4, right?" She said, "Yeah, you're right." I said, "Well, there are 8 other tests for thyroid function, and they didn't measure any of those other tests. So let me do some more comprehensive testing on you, and we'll find out what the imbalance is." So we ordered the lab tests. I received the results back, and in my report of findings, I told her what I had found. And what I had found is that whereas 90% of what the thyroid gland makes is a thyroid hormone called T4, that's not the active form of thyroid hormone. Your liver and kidneys have to convert T4 into T3, and only 10% of what the thyroid makes is T3. And what I found in your lab test is your body is not able to adequately convert T4 into T3. That conversion process is controlled by various nutrients. So I gave her a nutritional supplement that had all of those nutrients in it and sent her home with a nutritional supplement, and I saw her 2 weeks later. She came in, she had the biggest smile on her face, and she said, "Doctor, I haven't felt this good in decades. I haven't been this happy since I was in my teens. My cold hands and fingers and toes are not cold anymore. My body doesn't feel cold anymore. The depression has lifted. The mental fog has lifted. Hair's growing back on my head. It's even growing back in my armpits." She was just absolutely overwhelmed at how much better she felt just taking these nutrients, because it helped her own body determine how much T3 she needed. And with the appropriate nutrients, her body was completely in control and able to create just the right amount of T3 with the T4 that she was making. I was struck by 2 things then. I was very gratified that I had identified the problem, and I was so sad that this patient spent her entire adult life in a hypothyroid fog, a mental fog, a depression that cost her her marriage and jeopardized her relationship with her children. I just wish someone else had been able to identify the problem 30 or 40 years earlier. If you're ready for me to help you with your health challenges, you can call me at 702-891-8833. Again, that's 702-891-8833. This is Dr. Mark Baxter from Baxter Health Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. I look forward to serving your needs.